The future isn't something that just happens. It's built piece by piece right in front of us. And right now, 2026 is shaping up to be a pivotal year. We're seeing these massive undercurrents in hardware, in AI, and even in how we think about technology, and they're all about to crash together. The amazing thing is, the seeds for it all, they're already here.
So, here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll look at how the compromises we've always made with our gadgets are just disappearing. Then, we'll dive into an explosion in AI that's set to change, well, everything. And finally, we'll tackle this really strange paradox. Why on earth are we adopting technology that we fundamentally don't trust? And let me be super clear about this. This isn't science fiction. We're not talking about concepts or theories. We're talking about real products, real announcements, things that are happening as we speak. The future of 2026 is being built today.
Okay, let's kick things off with the hardware in our hands. See, for decades, every single device you've ever owned, your phone, your laptop, your console, it came with a built-in compromise, a trade-off you were just forced to accept. Well, that whole era is officially coming to an end.
You know the drill, right? You could get a beast of a desktop or a monster laptop that weighed a ton, or you could get something super light and easy to carry that, kind of struggled with the heavy lifting. You always had to choose power or portability. Well, not anymore. Just look at this wild new device from Lenovo. It's not just a gaming handheld. It's a foldable hybrid. It starts out as this really compact gaming device, but then, boom, it unfolds into a massive 11.6-inch screen. It's a console, it's a tablet, it's basically a mini laptop. It's all of them, all in one. And industry analysts are pointing out that the real magic here isn't just about cramming in more horsepower. The key, the absolute game changer, is the flexibility. It's about giving us the power to decide what form factor we need right in that moment.
And hey, this isn't just about some niche gaming gadget. Oh no, this trend is hitting the mainstream hard, and you can bet Apple is right there, completely rewriting the rules for what a super thin and light laptop can actually do.
Okay, get ready to geek out a little, because just look at these numbers for Apple's new M5 chip. You're getting a jaw-dropping 25% leap in multi-core performance. But that's not even the crazy part. Here's the kicker. It does that while using 15% less power. That's it. That's the holy grail. More power, less battery drain. The compromise is dead.
All right, let's switch gears to our second trend. And I gotta tell you, this one is a biggie. We are standing right on the edge of a change in AI that is so massive, it is going to force us to literally rebuild our entire digital world from the ground up. This number, this isn't a guess. It comes directly from the CEO of NVIDIA. He's warning everyone that the demand for AI computation, the raw brainpower AI runs on, is about to go up by a factor of 1,000. No, that is not a typo, 1,000 times.
So what in the world could possibly drive that kind of insane demand? It's a whole new class of AI called agentic AI. And here's the best way to think about it. If the AI we have today is like a calculator, agentic AI is the entire accounting department. You give these things a complex goal and they figure out all the steps and just go do it.
The reason this scales so fast is actually pretty simple when you break it down. Imagine you make one single request, like, hey, plan my entire trip to Tokyo. That one click could trigger an AI agent to perform hundreds of smaller tasks, searching flights, reading reviews, booking hotels, building an itinerary. Now, multiply that by millions of us doing it all at once, and there you have it, an explosion.
And NVIDIA's CEO confirms it. This isn't just about making faster chips anymore. This is a fundamental architectural crisis. He says we have to completely redesign our data centers and make them 1,000 times bigger, just to keep up with what's coming.
And if you think this is all just talk, it's not. It's happening right now. Xiaomi is already testing an AI agent they call Miclaw, and it's a perfect example. It's a true agent. It follows you across your phone, your laptop, your tablet. It understands the context, and it's built to actually do things, not just answer questions.
So this tidal wave of AI demand, it's forcing the big players to make some really tough and, frankly, some really controversial calls. And there's no better example than what Microsoft is doing with the next version of Windows.
To make Windows truly AI first, Microsoft is drawing a line in the sand. They're going to require a dedicated AI chip. It's called an NPU. Now, just look at this chart. You see that limited next to a beast of a processor like the Intel i9 14900K? That's because it doesn't have that one specific chip. It's a huge, controversial decision that's going to trigger a massive, and for a lot of people, a very unexpected upgrade cycle.
So all of this incredibly powerful, unbelievably fast technology, it brings us to our final and maybe most important theme, the human element. Because when you look at how we're actually reacting to all this change, you find something really weird, a paradox.
A recent survey of video game developers found something that just seems impossible. On one side, you have 68% of them, a big majority, actively using AI in their work. But at the exact same time, 53% of them, another majority, believe that very same AI is hurting their industry.
So what is going on? How can both of those things be true? How can so many people use a tool that they genuinely believe is a negative force? Well, it seems to boil down to a massive conflict between our immediate needs and our future fears. In the short term, right now, AI is this incredible tool for efficiency. It gets rid of all the tedious, boring stuff. But the long-term fear is that it won't stop there, that eventually it will come for the creative, human jobs.
And honestly, this quote from a developer in that survey just says it all. It's become a technological arms race. They feel like they have no choice. They have to use these tools to keep up, even if they're terrified about where it's all headed.
So, let's pull all these different threads together. Because when you look at these shifts in our hardware, our AI infrastructure, and our own behavior, a really clear picture of our near future starts to take shape.
So we have three massive trends happening at once. First, the end of the hardware compromise. We finally get power and portability thanks to physical flexibility. Second, the agentic AI explosion. That 1000x jump in demand that's forcing a complete rebuild of everything. And third, the human paradox. We're all using tools that we're also deeply afraid of.
And here's what this all comes down to. The pace of change is accelerating faster than any of us could have imagined, and it's giving us unbelievable power. But here's the thing about technology. It has no morals. It has no goals. It's just a tool. And that leaves us, all of us, with the single most important question of our time. As these tools become infinitely more powerful, what purpose will we choose?